Yeah.
Yes, Motor.
Yeah, listen to the radio.
No, man.
No, all right.
Yeah, man. Much respect for sharing the information and thing, you know?
You're not going to tell me say God touch you. No, don't tell me that.
No, man. The cool one.
Okay. No, me not cool, but me just... out of the phone.
Yeah, man. I understand your apprehension, man.
Me get paranoid right now. Believe you me. All right.
Yeah, man. I get it, man.
Yeah.
Well, no, man. Just appreciate the information I share too, because last week, me read the Observer, and I brother even talk about Haile Selassie being called the conquering lion, and he must say Selassie at the end there because he invaded Eritrea. And I send a comment and ask a person that, would them come by that information that is not true?
Come by which the conquering lion name?
No, man. A person, we can call a person last name.
No, where you say the person say about Eritrea?
It must say the article was pertaining to racism and prejudice relating to the brother roads, peaceful roads.
Cecil Roads, yes.
And, people, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they must say, boy, black people hypocritical because they must castigate peaceful roads and Woodward Wilson and people, and them not look against Selassie.
Where the brother who write it, what him name?
Michael Dingwall or something like that.
Okay, I know it's who you talk.
Yeah, man, and couple comments on my submission and the Observer kind of block it, so they're never allowed to go through, and I don't know why. But nonetheless, still, so
them are liking the war with Eritrea and Ethiopia to Cecil Rhodes.
No, he must say Haile Selassie is an imperialist, and Haile Selassie invaded Eritrea, and I saw him get the name the conquering lion.
And yes, and that him say?
Yeah.
I just understand what you said, though. The reason why him named the conquering lion after him invade Eritrea.
Yeah, I mean, I said, invade Eritrea, and for him to be given that name because of any possible war. You understand? I mean, me and you know the conflict between Eritrea and Ethiopia, and even the same February I got to talk about, he even mentioned Eritrea when Menelik the First was coming back from Israel, going back to Ethiopia. The last war in fight, the last battle, was right there by Eritrea before he go to Ethiopia.
But him didn't name the conquering lion upon the throne. The lion of Judah upon the throne.
Just to mention, so this guy with some falsehood saying that Haile Selassie was given
the name because him invade Eritrea.
Yeah, it must be Rasta people are called Haile Selassie the conquering lion.
And them don't know.
They don't know so him get a name because him invade Eritrea. I mean, what kind of mad is that?
No, not. You see, you are no brethren. You see them people, you know, in order to degrade and downgrade Rastafari, because them see Rastafari after so much years, when them say Haile Selassie dead, when them say this, when them say Haile Selassie take money and rob the people, them take the money and make them a stop. In all of that, Rastafari is growing in strength. And we're going to continue growing strength, and them can't stop it, and then guy drop down and dead. Rastafari is growing. So me and you know it's a foolish matter. So whenever
Haile Selassie, Safari Makoni, whatever you want to call him, that man was all about the unity and integration of people. Asmara in Eritrea was his favorite city. The closest people to Haile Selassie were Eritreans. And they were just the Amara people, and they were the Tigray, and they were everybody. And I'm Mengusto, I'm not the Mengusto, but the brother was there, they are in the separation of the tribe. Selassie was all about integration of all of the people, and as he was the emperor.
When they say, no, the Eritrean them wanted autonomy, you know. And Haile Selassie declares it's one country. But them want autonomy. That is why them continue to wage a war against Ethiopia. Because them don't see themselves as Ethiopia.
And the Muslims them in Eritrea initially first they go against Ethiopia, because the Christian in Eritrea, knowing that the church unite the two regions, them never want no independence until Ethiopia tell them to boy them can't speak Tigrinya in a for them schools no more to speak Amharic.
Yeah.
And then kind of thing they kind of increase the tension.
Tension, yeah.
Yeah. And no people thought I just like to see these things and you understand that just like even Michael Money of the 70s, people in the cabinet.
So wait there. We could go back to this, brother, you know. When say Michael Dingwa.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
he must say we are against
Anna embrace collapse.
Anna embrace.
Yeah.
So in other words, no, we are hypocrite.
Yeah, man, and him say Garvey. He must talk about Garvey and find the article, man.
When say about Garvey?
He must say Garvey.
Which paper that in now? Which paper that in now? Which paper that in now?
The Observer come up with last week, Wednesday or Thursday. And no matter how far me call it, me don't try to call the program last Thursday, but he was only playing music.
Music, yeah.
Yeah. So last week, Wednesday or Thursday, the article come out, man. And him look up this Garvey, him look up this Malcolm.
When's about Garvey?
He must say Garvey was a racist because Garvey didn't want the black people and the white people in the UNIA. And I must say Garvey, was a separatist and everything.
All right. What?
No, because if you did well now, because I some research that he's a man who support reparation, And he's a man who don't support reparation, and him say him by soliciting England for reparation, and everything there. So, he don't believe in nothing Afrocentric.
No.
And he also write an article say Africans were better off being enslaved. Because if they were left to their own device in Africa, they would be worse off. So you see them on the mindset. And then they're Jamaica right there, so. And again, I'll hold the article the Observer published for the brother. And I'm asked the Observer them now, vet the man in article for fact.
No, what do you want to know? You see them want to put those in the paper that them can't get response, His response, them why you respond viciously.
But the funny thing about the response, though, as when you observe with the Observer, pardon the pun, when you state certain facts, which is not in line with their thinking or agreement, then don't publish those things.
Yeah, we are confident in the victory of good over evil. I just that. Anyway,
yeah, man.
We're going to move, brother.
Yeah, man. Bless.
Marcus Garvey is a racist. You see, in Jamaica now, we don't understand what racism is, What is the meaning of racism? That is really a problem with Jamaican people. Them don't know what racism means. There's a woman, she just died, last week, she named Chris Wilson. It's one of the first person get interviewed on this cutting edge program years. When she come to Jamaica, she done what she had from conference. And her daughter was died, go down and go interview her plate. But Chris Wilson talk about a virgin named Neely Fuller. Neely Fuller have a book where I show you, and this is how she gets her inspiration. She write a book named The ISIS. And she show you certain fair theories about white supremacy over black people. But she will tell you that the man who influenced her as a psychiatrist, she's a psychiatrist, is a man named Neely Fuller. And Neely Fuller set out a system where I'm show you how white supremacy function in a everyday life. Everyday life. White supremacy is part of our everyday living. When a man say, look on a black person and say him is racist, him don't know what him saying. Take it from me or so. Because him don't understand what is racism. Him don't understand when somebody say racism, what it means to be a racist. I'm going to look on a man who don't have no power to decide and determine the economical, political, social order of a next group of people. How can you say he's a racist? Because racism confront power. Racism confront power. Racism is the structure by which a next race use power economically, politically, socially, sexually, entertainment-wise to overwhelm a next group of people that is of a different color. What me say? Racism cannot be separated from power. Now, which group of black people can decide and determine the social, political order of the white race? Tell me that. Unless you talk about prejudice. Prejudice must not be confused with racism. Prejudice must not be confused with racism. Racism must not be used as a language to define prejudice. Because there is a difference between being prejudiced and there's a difference between racism. Racism confronts power. Racism is a power play based upon how you decide power over a next group that is of a different color from you. Who in a Jamaica who is black, which group of Jamaican black people can decide the economical, social, political order of any white country in the world? And tell me if you don't know of white countries who have manipulated, dominated through power economical and social of countries that is not deemed to be of the same color like them. Racism speaks to power. You can't have a racist without power. That is what racism is all about. You cannot have racism without power. A man can't come tell you, say, a man is a racist. And when you look on the two, separate the two, look on the two people them, the man who you say is a racist cannot decide the structure politically, socially, and economically of the next person who you claim say him is racist against. So you don't mix up the thing and go like so we are idiot. Because I come with an organization and say, I want to set up an organization for the disenfranchised people of the African race. You're going to tell me, so no, because me don't want black, white people in them is a race. It's madness. It's madness. It's madness. So what that's about God? When God tell the people, them say, them don't want no 1 foot, no blind man, no man with no blemish on them skin in the tabernacle. And them don't want no man with no broad nose neither. That's in the Bible. It's in the Bible. No broad nose man. That means that Brian have a chance. Brian don't have a chance with God. Brian, God said, no want to broad nose people amongst him preach them. Muta sound like a madman, don't it? Yeah, it sound like a madman, but go investigate what me I say. Go investigate what me I say. Him speaks to power. We must not mix up a racist with a person who is prejudiced. Because prejudice and racist is not the same thing. When I start to say until the philosophy that hold one race superior and the other inferior. I'm talking about racism until the philosophy of racism is based upon one race using economics, political manipulation, economical manipulation, social manipulation to gain power over race of people. So tell me, where in the world you see black people deciding the social structure order, politically, socially, economically, of any group of white people? Where in the world black people decide that? Lie them a tell, and them write these things to people, and people will read them and suck them in, and because them can't figure it out themselves, them yield to it. So Haile Selassie now is in the same breath as Cecil Rhodes. And Marcus Garvey is a racist. And Malcolm, you have racist speech. You can speak racially, but it don't mean that because you speak racially you're a racist. It don't mean that because you are speaking racially, it means that you're a racist. Then them create the language. Them create the language, you know. Them create the language. If I am speaking for my race, it don't mean that I am a racist. Because racism is founded on power. You can't have racism without power. If I don't like you, because